Guys, I'll try my best to make this fast. I'm sorry, I'm actually on the roadside, so in case you hear a lot of noise, just ask me questions. So actually, it was a very simple analysis. I'm anticipating a bullish week, so I'm expecting a form of judo swing, creating the low of the week, and the low of the week should be formed around Monday or Tuesday, with respect to FOMC on Wednesday. As I said, when I'm trading, I consider time and time of the day and day of the week. So my high probability trading days are mostly Tuesday and Wednesday, but I can trade any day I want. It's always there every day. Understand? So let me get to this. So first of all, I noticed that the market, this is Friday close, this is where the market closed on Friday. It's gapped up. So basically, when the market gaps up, basically the market rushes down to rebalance the gap, and we have to trade both ways in order to balance it. Like we trade down and trade up in order to make this place a balanced range. So you can't trade just one side. If you trade this side, the buy side will be inefficient, so you will need to trade above it again in order for this place to be balanced. But you have to mark this out because the new week opening gap can be used as resistance support. You know, when the market goes above it, it could retest it and support it to move higher. And also you have to mark it out for I don't want to make it complicating actually, but the horizon the ICT is talking about. So it's very simple. All I had to do is I marked out this buy side liquidity that was formed prior to New York launch on Friday. After the New York launch, I noticed that price swept this liquidity. As I say, liquidity pull to liquidity pull. So for it to attack sell side, it needs to attack internal range liquidity. It takes out this buy side. I took out this consequent encroachment of this week, or you can actually take this as a rejection block. Yeah, you can take this as a rejection block and extend it out in time, but I took the consequent encroachment of this week. So when market took it out, I just went to my lower time frame. Immediately I saw this high taken out on US30. Sorry, this was an SMT with Nasdaq was trading down here, so I knew that probably the market will reverse here. So when they took out this buy side, that's my turtle soup. So I took the trade with confluence, consequent encroachment. My stop loss right below here, because I feel like no matter what, this small order block might defend price. Then my target first was here, the low formed on Friday, then here, which was the low of Thursday, and you could see that market actually attacked it. I didn't hold for the full target. Why? Because this is Monday, anything can happen, so I just played it safe. I went for this low hanging fruit. My first partials was inside the gap, and my second TP was this sell side liquidity right here. So there's no much thing to outline about this. You just have to keep it simple. As I say, buy side was taken, SMT was given, rejection block with a consequent encroachment of the week. That was my entry, and this was my stop loss, and boom, that's it. This is no hindsight. This is not enigma. I'm just joking, but something close to that. So going into the door, I have no bias for now. I will be out for the day, probably. I don't know. I'm human. I can still come back to the chart. That doesn't mean I'm indisciplined. If I see something spectacular, I'm gonna take it. So basically, this was just what I needed for that trade. Buy side was taken, consequent encroachment with rejection block. Sell side liquidity was available. market needs to go down to create a kind of judo swing going into a bullish week, and that's just it. So if you have any questions, I'm always there in the channel for you guys. Feel free to ask them. To talk next time. Be safe and good trading.